90 days from 0 to 150 registration. That's not too bad.
What's going on, everybody? Just want to welcome my client G, who is the co-founder of Bluegrass Hopper. I'm really happy to have him on here today, and we're just going to talk a little bit about what it's been like to work together. G, thank you for doing this.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So, to kick things off, can you briefly share how long we've been working together?
Yeah, so we've been working together for about 4 to 5 months. I think we talked the first time 5 months ago, and after a few weeks, we decided to work together.
What was it that initially you made you want to work with me?
Yeah, so when I started my company, we didn't have any uh, clients, basically. So when you can have the best tool in the world, the best software in the world, if no one knows you, um, you won't be able to make any money. And so one of the challenge was to be known to the public. And when you talk to me at that time, you explained to me how you're gonna work and what you're gonna do. Uh, and I felt like, first of all, it was very clear. You explained it very well. And so I was confident that you could deliver something. And then it's you send us people, and then after that, it's on us to convert them and make things appealing. But the way you explain it and your strategy sounded uh, clear to me, professional, and and sound. So that's why I decided to work with you.
And initially, were you even seeking help with this marketing, or what was your plan before actually meeting me?
Yeah, not, I mean, we were thinking of doing some marketing, and actually don't remember exactly how we came to know each other. Did you?
Through the
I don't know if
podcast.
you sent me a. That was through the podcast, but you sent me an email
Correct.
that, and just the fact that I answered the email told me that you were a good marketer, because I received tons of email, about podcasts as well. Like I received, oh, do you want to go, or not even podcast? It can be CNBC. It can be, oh, we can feature you and on this and that. Ignore, ignore, ignore. I don't know what it was in your email that made me think like, huh, oh, that's interesting. Hey, maybe it was the wording, maybe the time of day, or I don't know what it was, but that made me think like, oh, actually, the fact that I actually engaged with you told me like, okay, he's pretty good. This guy must be pretty good for being able to engage me, because I have Bluegrass Hopper, but I have also another company, so I'm really busy. I don't have time to do like a fruitless interaction with people. So that's yeah, that's what happened.
All right. Awesome. So, once we actually got started working together, can you share a little bit more about the process of actually working with me? How did that go for
Yeah,
you?
yeah. So there are a few things that uh, stood out. Like, first of all, you were really responsive, like really quick. If there was a change to make, or we had some interaction in by email, you answered very fast. So I really appreciate it, because I try to do that also with my clients, and I don't like to have like sending an email and then nothing for days or sometimes weeks, and I have to follow up. I've never had, as far as I can remember, I've never had to do that with you. You always answered like probably in the next 24 hours, maybe sometimes in the next few hours. So I really appreciated it. And you really explained what you were doing, the strategy, why, um, very well. So so it was very understandable for me. I'm not into marketing. I know some stuff about marketing, but it's not my job. And so so that makes me feel really comfortable with the process. Um, I like also your attitude. Like you, at least you appear to me to be a very ethical guy, and so I really appreciate that with you. And so so again, that really made me comfortable working with you. And during the project, you know, we track. We had this weekly meeting where we track the stats for all this ad, and outside of the results, and we'll talk about that a little bit, but you if something didn't work, you try something else in another way, a different way, and this and that. And not only that, but also the content. Like the last campaign you showed me, I actually like the ads. You know, even I was like, oh wow, some of them, not all of them, but some of them were really fun. It's like, huh, oh, that's pretty good. Oh, you know, that makes it didn't feel like overall this whole process was really professional. You know, and we it's professional with a good attitude. Like you were not like arrogant or saying, "Oh yeah, I know better." You know, you listen to our feedback from me and my co-founder, and that was a good that's a good professional relationship. So that's great.
I appreciate that. Now, to dive into the results a little bit, we've
Yeah.
been working together for 4 to 5 months, but I believe we actually started launching the campaigns about 90 days ago. And
Yeah,
now we're
3 months.
close to 150 registrations. So I was wondering how you feel about the progress we made in that short period of time.
Yeah, so when you create a startup, you always hope for the best. You know, you're always like, oh, maybe we're gonna have thousands of people, or maybe we're gonna have like 10 people. And it's not gonna work at all. Um, and so I think we kind of in between. You know, I would have loved to have more people, but in the other end, 90 days from 0 to 150 registration, that's not too bad at the end. You know, uh, would I have liked to have 100 of registration? Sure. But again, we didn't know our audience. We didn't know who will be interested in bluegrass hopper. We didn't know anything. Nothing. We have some guesses. Let's target software engineer. Let's target this. Let's target that. You know, it's just no one knows. Like it's if we had a really clear target, that would have been a lot easier. We didn't have anything. So what's good with 150 registration is now we can like kind of try to find what's the segmentation, who are these people like, and how many are going to convert also. So all of that will be interesting. But yeah, it's like one registration, pretty much more than one registration per day. So it's really not too bad at the end. Um, so yeah, you know, I have to me, outside of the outcome, it's also the process. Because again, you can have the best software and Bluegrass Opera, it was a V1, you know, it was a minimum viable product. Just we not there with the software, but the fact that the process was pretty smooth, you know, it gave us a blueprint of what it should look like. You know, once, and that's why that maybe we're gonna pause it now, but we'll probably will work again together at some point when I have a product that is more refined and more appealing to people. Because yeah, you can send thousands of people to a website. If the product is not appealing to these people, right, you don't get don't get clients. You know, and so there's this challenge too, but that's not on you. That's on us. That's on Bluegrass Open.
And then one last thing before we go here. Would you recommend me to others to work with them?
Yes, absolutely. So what I would recommend is be like the more visibility you have on the audience you want or what you target, the better it will be, the better you will work. When you have no idea who's gonna like your product, well, it's kind of like a shot in the dark. We try different things, and we tried a lot of things together, and some stuff worked, some other didn't. And we didn't even go through everything. It's just a small slice of marketing. And just that was already like a very good experience in terms of marketing for us. Um, but absolutely, like you, for a lot of maybe like a lot of founders of startup are engineer. But just because you're smart at founding a company, you're smart at coding, you're smart at creating an app, doesn't mean you're smart at marketing. It's not to me. And I have a business background. I don't have an engineering background, so I'm more aware of what you can do in marketing. Um, I had no idea. Like there are things you did I would have never thought about doing them. I don't even know how to use Facebook or other things, And yeah, you can learn, but I have other things to do. I have employees, and I have a company, multiple companies to manage. So, so to me, it's not only a question of outcome; it's a question of process. Like, I felt like I think people are smart enough to understand processes, understand that you process, even if they don't understand the subtleties, or even if they don't have a creative background, they understand your process. And to me, it sounded like right. Yeah, to me that makes perfect sense. Your process made perfect sense, and so yeah, it was not like all fluff and oh yeah, we got to do this, we got to do that. No, you from the beginning you were like, okay, we're going to do this. It was like you didn't try to oversell anything, um, and I appreciated that.
All right, G. In the interest of time, I know that you're on vacation. I really appreciate
Yes,
you coming on and
sure.
talking to me. And I will see you next week.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.
All right, see you
Bye.
later.